Okay, installment number 4 of In Moses Kitchen. Here we go again. Now, Bloom's Literature, as I told you, if you were researching, let's say, the Monsters of Beowulf, you would want to click then on the Criticism tab right here, bop. And then as you scroll down, there's all these articles, okay, in reference to. You might have to sift through some of them, okay? But if you click on one of them, let's say, I know this one is a good one, Psychology and Physicality, The Monsters of Beowulf, okay? And hopefully my internet will cooperate with us a little bit, or it won't. Either way, this is going to provide some scholarly reference points that you could quote in your analytical research paper to support things you might be discussing with reference to the monsters in Beowulf. Okay, and here it goes. It's taking its good old time, but it'll get there. There we go. Okay, so if you look, and then it highlights out monsters in Beowulf. Okay, and it talks all about, like, here's an idea. Beowulf's battle with Grendel is a one fall, one submission, one knockout bout. Maybe you're going to talk about how as Beowulf goes through those different trials and tribulations and fights against these villains, each villain gets more and more difficult to overcome. And that's something you could analyze and discuss. And why does that happen? How does that happen? What are the monsters like? And all of these things. When we talk about that and all of those questions that surround that, that's analysis in its simplest form. You're just constantly questioning all of the motives from an author's perspective. Okay. Now, sometimes what you'll see on the side in Bloom's, which is cool, well, I think it's cool, is that there are different chapters highlighted because this came out of a book. Okay, this was a scholarly article in a piece of literature. Okay, and so there might be other things on this side that would relate to something you're discussing if you're talking about the monsters of Beowulf. Okay, but in a nutshell, that's basically how Bloom's literature works. And it's really good for, again, somebody who is writing an analytical paper because it houses all of these articles, and you could use as many of these articles as you want. You could use 10 of these articles, and it's not capped. The only thing that's capped for you in your research paper is the amount of internet sources, and the internet sources are via Google. I have to approve those. So if you need 8 sources, okay, then you can only have one of those 8 be off of the internet. Okay, doesn't mean you can't use any. It just means you can only use one. And the reason is because you all know how to search the internet. But finding scholarly sources that tie in with what you're talking about, that's taking it a step further, and that's where we want to get. If you know, and again, as we go through, as you're going through this process, if you know there's an internet source you would like to use, you can email it to me and ask me, or you can ask me over Google Classroom, because you can always type a comment to me there. Okay, and I'll let you know, but I'm going to tell you right now, you can't use Wikipedia. Sorry. You can't use Shmoop or SparkNotes. You can use those things for general guidelines to help you in understanding or comprehending concepts, okay? But you do not want to use that as your actual scholarly source. Now, some of you might find a .org or a .edu or some type of a source that's, through a university. That's probably going to be approved. If you are looking for, again, a hard copy of something that you need to read, you can find almost everything on the internet. So if you're looking for a poem, if you're looking for a novel, all of those things can usually be accessed, and I can help you to find those if necessary. On our next installment, yippee, I'm going to show you EBSCOhost, which is very similar to this, just a little bit different, okay, but pretty similar. All righty, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.